Hi, everybody. Welcome to Countdown to Kickoff. Tonight, coming to you from Noblesville. I'm Brad Silbert along with Craig Atkins. Craig, got a beautiful night for football.
Beautiful night for football, and we've got two teams that have never met on the gridiron, the Mount Vernon Marauders and the Noblesville Millers. And there are a lot of actual first-time meetings or meetings that haven't taken place in quite a few years. And we'll go down the list of our scoreboard. Glad you've joined us tonight here on Hamilton County TV. Our other game tonight is Cathedral at Westfield over at Riverview Health Stadium there just off 31. Fishers heads down to North Central to face the Panthers. And Hamilton Southeastern goes to East 56th Street to face Lawrence Central on the Bears. Guerin Catholic staying home tonight at the Eagles Nest to face the McCutcheon Mavericks. Couple ranked teams, 5A 15 McCutcheon and 3A number 9 Guerin Catholic. And Sheridan with a tough task. And while we've got the pregame, we've got senior night, first home game of the year. All seniors being announced. Sheridan's got a tough task in Bud Wright's 55th campaign with the Blackhawks. They host two-time defending state champion Western Boone, Class 2A number 1. Avon, Brad, heads to Lawrence North. They're kind of an upstart. Brownsburg heads to Ben Davis to kind of highlight probably the biggest game in the state, according to most.
That's going to be a heck of a game, Craig.
Yeah, and year number 2 for Pat Echeverria at Pike, and he'll host former team in Zionsville. They're on West 71st Street. Parameridian heads down to Franklin Township for Franklin Central. Chittard and Brebeuf tonight over at Brebeuf. Roncalli Southport. Lafayette Jeff and West Lafayette tangle at West Lafayette. One that got canceled tonight that's been canceled a few times actually, Center Grove and Decatur Central. Actually, they're playing. New Pal not playing now. So they've had a couple positive tests, I believe.
Yeah, it's kind of a moving target on these things anymore, Craig. I mean, we could have got up this morning, and for all we know, something could have happened, and this game may have been canceled. So,
yeah.
We feel very fortunate that we're able to be able to bring you a game tonight.
Another game, team from the northern part of the state that was going to get an opportunity to come down and play Heritage Christian, South Bend St. Joseph's. They were kind of come down to play the Eagles, but that game itself has been canceled, and now South Bend St. Joe will play at Bremen tomorrow, staying up north. Pioneer and Lewis Cass, a couple 1A and 2A powerhouses from years past. And a new game for Carmel, and they picked it up a couple days ago, Brad. Carmel goes to Plainfield to Red Pride Field to face the Quakers. And then a game that came to fruition yesterday, short notice, but the Huskies will take it. Hamilton Heights goes to LaPel to face the Bulldogs at the Boneyard.
Yeah, I think everybody was wondering if the Huskies were going to be able to play or not.
Yeah. And that whole debacle with they started out with they were going to host Monroe Central.
Yeah.
At Husky Stadium, and then
so much uncertainty though, Craig.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at both of these teams now. You got a Kirchner on the sidelines here who's got a lot of history, spent years at Ben Davis, won some state championships, and but he's in his third year on the sidelines for the Marauders. And, of course, brand new coach here at Noblesville this year.
Yeah, Dave Sharp, and he's got a short coaching history in his head coaching list. He spent a couple of years at John Glenn up in Walkerton, and then spent 4 years in LaPorte. Before last year, he was the defensive coordinator at Hamilton Southeastern, and then with Justin Roden stepping down to take a job just into Ohio near Cincinnati. Opening came up. Dave Sharp took the job and hopes to hit the ground running. And he's got quite the pedigree in his pocket as well with, I believe, I'm not for certain. I think he may have played on the state championship when he was in school at Jimtown. He's a 2000 Jimtown graduate in Elkhart. But his father, Bill Sharp, is a Hall of Famer in Indiana, 4 state championships and 2 runners-up at Jimtown. Comes from quite the coaching pedigree and a lot of great people he's learned from over the years. So it's an exciting thing to bring in a coach who's got that much experience under his belt So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here as he tries to give Noblesville, like I told him a couple weeks ago, a fresh start.
Yeah, and a fresh start is basically, Craig, is really what this team needs, because they have not had a winning season, and I don't mean to bring this up in any kind of a negative way, but they haven't had a winning season since 2001. And you look out at these bleachers here, and they have sold every ticket available for this game tonight.
Yep.
And I give a lot of credit to the Miller fans that they keep coming out, and they just have not. They've never given up on this team in spite of a 1-9 record last season. A lot of schools just wouldn't have supported the teams like that. But let's talk just a little bit about 6A football.
Our friend
here.
Rich Torres,
yeah,
the
Rich
Greenfield
Torres
reporter.
now with out in Greenfield. Looking at Class 6A, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the teams, of the 8 teams that are in the Hoosier Crossroad Conference, are ranked in the top 20 in Class 6A. That is just absolutely amazing, with the Bulldogs in Brownsburg being number 3, Avon being number 4. Westfield in at 14, Fishers at 18, Hamilton Southeastern at 20.
Yep.
And so it's just amazing. And this is even going to, Dave's got a heck of a job in front of him, because he's not only trying to rebuild a year, rebuild it, he's trying to build a program here, but he's up against some extremely stiff competition. Now, if you look at the other side here in Class 4A, where the Mount Vernon Marauders play, the only school in their conference, and they're in the Hoosier Heritage Conference, that is ranked in the top 20 is Delta. So one would think, after an 11-3 season last year, and with what Kirchner has got coming back, that I'm not going to say they're a lock for the Hoosier Heritage, but they ought to be right up there at the top.
Well, the lock is, when they do get to start playing next week, is probably New Palestine.
Yes.
As the Dragons, they are one of the teams that's been bitten by the COVID bug, if you will.
Yep.
And having to, not play this week and sit out week 1, and this gives them an opportunity to go over to Brebeuf and scout them against Chartard tonight and see what kind of weapons that Brebeuf's going to have. But it's a pretty decent conference in the Hoosier Heritage that Mount Vernon plays in, and we'll see what It's going to be an exciting game tonight, just simply because of what Coach Kirshner's team's got coming back here in this third year. They've got some playmakers, even though they lost. Probably, I would honestly say, I covered their game last year in Week 1 against Hamilton Heights, where they won. I think it was 43-27 or 44-29.
Well, you had the Kirchner Bowl for a couple of years there
2
between
years
father
ago.
and son, yes.
Yeah, this is John's third year at Hamilton Heights, so the Kirchner Bowl 2 years ago at Heights. So that but last year, one of the speediest receivers, and I think because he played in Class 4A, DeJuan Langston had 880 some odd yards. So we will.
We'll see what happens here. Got to remind everybody: watch Hamilton County Television Sports live or on demand on your Apple TV, Roku TV, and on Amazon Fire with the IHSAA TV app. That's where you can find us. Now you can also download the IHSAA TV app on your iPhone or your iPad and watch the games live there. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.hctv.youtube.com and click the bell to receive notifications of our games. You can also follow Hamilton County Television on Twitter at hctelevision.com. And be sure to watch the game tonight on HamiltonCountyTelevision.com. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's broadcast of IHSAA football on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating 29 years in business. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino of Carpenter Real Estate, Mark Hairbrandt for County Commissioner, the Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Cleaners. My name is Brad Silbert. Sitting beside me is the one and the only Craig Atkins. To my other side is our producer-director, Jim Wofford. Also have Kinsey here tonight, and on the camera tonight we have Lucas getting us all these beautiful pictures here. Craig, we couldn't ask for a nicer night for a high school football game, especially an opening night in August.
Yeah, beautiful night for high school football, and honestly, even though we caught news earlier than the professional sports and whatnot, we've been anticipating this for months as well. And, obviously baseball started back in the last week of July in major leagues. The NBA has started back roughly about the same time, so close to a month ago. And the NFL working on their timeline. But one thing to bring us locally back to getting to somewhat of a normalcy, we've seen high school soccer, volleyball, and cross country, those starting to rear up. But one thing that brings everything back home, high school football starts August 21st right here in Indiana tonight. Glad you've joined us tonight, and we've got, I think it's going to be a dandy tonight between the Mount Vernon Marauders and the Noblesville Millers. You've got the 4A, basically they were Final Four last year in 4A before they lost to Cathedral.
They won the regional last year under Mike Kirchner, his second year there, but of course Mike, with a rich coaching history, he's got a couple state championships under his belt. He left Ben Davis here 3 seasons ago, and it was almost, we're not going to call it a swap, but Ben Davis ended up taking coach from here. So the coaches go round and round. Here come the Millers out on the field. So, Craig, keys to the game tonight. This is I think the most important thing for the Millers is they've got to find some offense, and they've got to find some offense early.
Yeah, offense early, and basically finding offense, because that's one area that's been stagnant for the past 2-3 years easily, with last year being a 1-9 campaign, 4-6 2 years ago, and those the 5-15 of Justin Roden's era before he took the exit and went down to the Cincinnati area. We're going to pause here for the national anthem before we come back prior to kickoff.
Fans celebrating over 29 years. That's Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. You can follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And also like to remind you that Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them, 317-773-7391, or check them out online, www NoblesvilleTrophies.com. Craig, we're just about ready for the toss of the coin.
You know, and this is normally the ceremony. You get 4 captains from each team out there, but what a lot of people don't realize, they've already flipped the coin. The coaches actually did the pick of heads or tails, probably around about 6:15. This is kind of just the hey, what's going on?
Ceremonial. Call it the ceremonial.
Yeah, the ceremonial. Mm-hmm. And I think they're trying to keep the least amount of, I guess, I don't know if exposure is the word, but you know, they're trying to keep them back from each other as much as possible, at least yet. And
well, the referee has made it official. The Marauders won the toss. They have elected to defer, so they will be kicking off to the Millers. So the Millers will take the first offensive possession of this game, Craig. And we talked in the pregame about how important it is for the Millers to try to get this game established early.
Yeah, whether it's via the run or the pass, because we're gonna figure out quick whether Connor Minerding is what kind of quarterback he is. Obviously, no varsity action. I didn't see him at all last year as a sophomore, but we'll get a chance to see what the young junior looks like. Back to receive this kick on the left. So near side is going to be 34, Jack Snyder, and number 1 Davion Bew is on the right. Both of those Bew's just into the end zone. Actually, they're both in the end zone. Hey, up, kicker's number 3, AJ Swingle. He's got a foot, a lefty, as here comes the 2020 football season, just like that, end over end, and Bew's going to let that go over his head between the L's and out of the back of the end zone, and Noblesville will have a touchback to get things started.
I think he halfway thought about maybe trying to bring that out, Craig, but as that ball was in the air, I was following the ball, and I was also following the defenders for the Marauders, and they were quick getting down there. So a wise move by the Millers to take it at their own 25 with their first down.
So Miller's going to have Minerding under center. Looks like it'll be a pro set. Everything's tight there.
Yeah.
Like a
Three backs,
full house to his left. Hands his first one off to number 17. That'll be Holden Montarsi.
Nice little run by Montarsi. He gets about 2 or 3 yards on that.
Kind of a not really an unorthodox offensive look for Noblesville, and up the middle they go with this one. Let's see if we can pick out who the ball carrier is this time. Gets across the 25 up to the 27.
Well, he had a herd of Millers all around him, and the Marauders just converged on him, and they ended up gaining about 3 more yards in that. And it looks like it's going to be about third, maybe a long 2 or a short 3.
Yep, picked off 3, and then it looks like they got Mount Vernon to jump, and that's going to be a first down by a penalty.
Well, these are the kind of breaks that teams need to take advantage of, Craig, because Mount Vernon is a good disciplined team, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. So hopefully the Millers can take advantage of this.
Okay, I think unofficially that second carry is going to go to Jones.
I did not see who the ball carrier was on that one.
I saw who that back was come out of the pile, so I think that's who that was. Minerding. He is brought down the backfield back to around the 26, so about a 6-yard loss there by Minerding.
The Marauder defense had that one. Boy, they had that one smelled out, didn't they, Craig? I mean, they were right in there. Miller's right up to the line with hurry-up offense.
So it'll be 2nd and 16 back at the 26.
Did he lose another yard?
No, Minerding's back here on the hash of the 23.
Yeah, no, they lost another yard on that play, Craig.
Yeah, they actually did. You're right.
Lost a couple more yards. It's 3rd and about probably close to 16 or 17 like now. Miller's in the hurry-up offense trying to disrupt the Marauder defense
First
time Minerding's going to throw.
And that's Dylan Ray. He's going to be a weapon. Catches the ball across the middle up to the 38. So a 14-yard pickup, going to be a 4th and 2.
He had Ryland Cole all over him, and he still managed to make that catch. And we've got a 4th and about 3. And the Millers are going to go for it early here. Do you like this call?
You might as well just put it out there. And this ball is going to be ran
short.
Up the gut to about the 40, so he's going to be about a yard and a half short, about 2 yards short. And
well, in spite of the fact that they didn't make it, Craig, I like the call because I think what that's showing is showing that Coach Sharp is willing to take the chance, and he has some faith in this offense. But unfortunately for the Millers, they do come up about 3 yards short, and the Marauders will take over for their first offensive series at the 39.
So Mount Vernon taking over at the Noblesville 39. Prime for Garrett Sluneker, the junior.
Keeper.
Keeper. He is down the sideline, and first play of the year for
score.
Mount Vernon. Wow, he goes 39 yards.
Sluneker did a great job on the fake on that, Craig. I think he had everybody in the house faked out. But he gets a 39-yard touchdown for the first score of the game. And the Marauders jump out to a 6-0 lead.
So it's going to be A.J. Swingle, left-footed senior kicker, as they get set for the point after. And kind of an easy kick, and that one hits the scoreboard and kicks up and good, and it's Mount Vernon 7, Noblesville 0 with 9:28 left first quarter.
Since the establishment of Church, Hiddle, and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. You can give us a call at 317-773-2190 or simply visit their website, www.cchalaw.com. www.cchalaw.com. Church, Hiddle and Antrim. Little razzle-dazzle there in the part of the Marauders. First play, a 39-year-old keeper by the quarterback, one of the oldest plays in the book.
Yeah, it's, he obviously, we all bid on that because it looked like he was going to hand it off the dive to a tailback, which normally would be Ryland Cole, but he kept it himself.
Great fake. There were 4 wideouts. I thought he was going to go to the air.
That kick, and Butte into the end zone just about a yard, and he brought it out to about the 7, but that's about all the further he will get. So Noblesville will get another chance on offense.
I think Butte must have seen something a little different from the Marauders that time because he was ready to bring that ball right up the field, Craig, and it just happened to be that at the last moment he had to back into the end zone to catch it, and that is, of course, in high school football, that is an automatic touchback.
So the Noblesville offense back out there to see if they can get something started. And Minerding, he's got his 3 backs back there, and it's going to be hard to see who gets the handoff. Ball's on the turf. And
oh, my.
Bew fumbled and down to about the 7-yard line. Mount Vernon picks it up.
I think they'll give it to him. They're going to give it to him at the 4. No, they're going to give it to him at about the 9-yard line, Craig.
Let's see if we're able to get the replay. Actually, may not be able to get the replay. That's okay. We won't put that on Kinsey right away. But
well, the Millers have had a couple tough breaks here in the first several minutes of this half already. The Marauders, 1 play, 7 points already. Well, 6 and an extra point.
Knocking at the door
and they're first and goal at the 9.
So Sluneker in the pistol with Ryland Cole. His
3 wideouts also. 1 in motion.
And that's Gentry, the star receiver. And Sluneker into the end zone. Easy does it. That's caught by number 87. That is Tanner Kojal.
Kozel is 6'6", 205-pound senior. Actually, all Slunaker had to do is get that ball up in the air, and with the height that he had, he just had to bring it down. So a difficult start here for the Millers. Down 2 scores already.
Find themselves in a big hole already. And to be honest, I mean, and Swingle's kick up and good.
Did you notice he's a left-footed kicker?
Yeah. Isn't the most common, obviously, because
don't see it very often.
Actually,
want to welcome a new sponsor to Hamilton County Television for sports this year. That being Jamie Carmesino of Carpenter Realtors. You know, if you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with hometown experience? Jamie Carmesino has connections with a commitment to the community. She's raised 3 Noblesville athletes and is ready to help you with your real estate needs. Looking for a realtor? Give Carmel a call, 317-490-3735. Jamie Carmesino at Carpenter Realtors. Nice to have Jamie on with us this year.
Yeah, great people, great people. So, Mount Vernon, we've got 2 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock, and they've already got 2 plays on offense. First play on offense for the 2020 season. Garrig Sluniger, 39 yards up the visiting sideline for a touchdown, and then recovering a Davion View fumble. They take over the Noblesville 9, and Tanner Kozel. And this one, View's going to return from the 1. Up the middle he goes and stumbles across the 20, gets to about the 25 where they'll mark him down. Let's see if third time the charm, Noblesville can get something going on offense.
Well, I think that was probably a nice move by him bringing that ball out, Craig, because this team needs a little bit of a spark, and they would have been at exactly the same place in the field had they taken the touchback. But taking that ball and running it out 25 yards, maybe that, 25 yards, maybe that'll give them a little momentum to get rolling.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how this third drive goes. Can't really call it a drive. The other 2 possessions.
Third possessions,
Possession, per se. Different personnel in there. The pitch, this is going to Owen Jones, number 20. He breaks it outside across the 30. He'll be taken down about the 32 they'll give him. That's a nice 7-yard pickup by the senior Jones.
Well, credit Keegan LaBelle with a nice tackle for Mount Vernon there, because if he had not gotten to him, there was a lot of yardage out there in the front. First time they've run the ball other than up the middle. That sweep, very successful.
7 yards on the pickup up to the 32. Minor ding. Montarzi comes back in. And look like.
You sure like seeing that 2nd and 3 up on the board, don't you?
Yeah. Looks like Brian Gomez-Sanchez comes out. Montarzi back in. Minor ding. Lofts one up, and this is going to be the other tight end, Drew Page, 95. He's quite the big character. 6'3", 315.
Wow.
On only a sophomore.
Yeah.
Just looking at the numbers, and
I don't think I could afford to feed a kid that
whether
big.
it's you Mount Vernon parents or Noblesville parents out there, my son is 8 months old. My daughter is almost
315 already?
No.
Oh.
Well, he's over 15 pounds. Just curious what you feed your kids. I mean, our boy's already getting to be a big boy, and he's 8 months old. Montarzi picks up the inside handoff up across the 35 to about the 37.
Gets 4 yards and gets a first down for the Millers. Their first down of the evening. Nice run.
Had one by penalty on the first possession, but that obviously did not go like they wanted it to. And
pick up their first down is a run or is a play.
Fakes the handoff, does Minor ding, and he gets pushed out of bounds by, looks like number 8 there.
I'm a little bit surprised they didn't throw a flag on that, because he was pretty well out of bounds when he got hit.
Jalen Thomason, number 8. Almost looks like Jim Thomason, but it's Thomason in there to knock him out of bounds.
Officially, they're giving him no gain, Still 3 backs in the field.
Interesting. I've never seen this offensive set.
No, I have not either.
Minor ding, hands it off. This is going to be Bew. Busted outside, tries to, doesn't get past Rylan Cole. He might have picked up a yard up to the 38.
Well, if he'd have been able to get by Rylan Cole, he probably had at least 5 yards, but Cole made a good tackle there for no gain.
Yep, looks like Bew, his first carry goes for no gain. He was hoping to capitalize on something on offense after that nice kickoff return to get this drive started. We 3rd down and 10 at their own 37. 7:45 left first quarter. Meinerding. Still 10 seconds left on the play clock. Checking his personnel. Montarzi in motion. Inside handoff goes. That's going to be number 20, Owen Jones.
Is he going to have a first down or not? He's going to be close, but
obviously, just like they did before,
I think he may be just a shade short, Craig.
Yeah, they may give him 9.
No, they give him the first down.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Good run there by Owen Jones.
Great run. Yep.
2 first downs rushing. He's got 3 carries, 20 yards total.
And once again, this is what the Millers need to do. They need to control the ball and just have a nice sustained drive here. They're not out of this game by any means.
No. Couple plays is what's gotten Mount Vernon off this 14-0 lead. And inside handoff, Montarzi across the 50, down to about the 47.
Nice
Picks up
6-yard
solid,
gain.
Solid 6 by Hayden Montarzi. Oh, sorry, check that. Holden Montarzi, 5'9", 165-pound senior. He's carrying the ball with confidence in there, like he weighs more than $165.
Well, they're mixing up the plays a little more now than they did earlier, so it's got the Marauder defense a little bit confused.
At 32 is going to be the ball carrier this time, Chance Yeager.
I don't think he got back to the line of scrimmage. I think he may have lost a yard on that. Yes, he did.
Yep, he dropped one.
He leave him with a 3rd and 5. Technical crew tonight, we got Kinsey, we got Lucas over here on the camera giving you these beautiful high-definition shots on a beautiful night. Now, is that going to be enough for a first down or not, Craig? It's going to be very, very close.
If you're calling it by what's on the scoreboard, it's going to be a 5-yarder.
Yeah.
And that's going to give them a first down by penalty again. So 2 by penalty, 2 on the ground.
They don't even measure. Take them any way we can get them, right?
You know, despite the limitation on tickets, there's a good faithful over there from Fortville.
Yes, there is.
And those of you that weren't able to get tickets and be here in person, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we appreciate you being here with us.
That was Yeager. And it's going to be hard with this sharp offense. That's Montarzi, as he
doesn't gain anything on that one. That front line for the Marauders is big and quick. Look at that front line. Yeah. They're not playing much deep. They're not playing a pass defense at all. Look out. Look out.
And there's Thomason on the backside and sacks Meinerding. They'll mark him down back at the 48-yard line. 9 yards on the loss.
He came straight in there untouched.
Yeah, backside corner, that right corner. He stayed home, and there was room to come back off his left side of the Noblesville offense. So Jalen Thomason making a difference after he knocked Meinerding out of bounds over here first, and now with the sack. Inside handoff. This one to Jones. Jones across
got
the
some
40.
running room.
30.
One to beat.
And he's going to be taken down by safety Rylan Cole down about the 23-yard line. Going to give him, they mark him as the
26-yard line.
28.
26 yards. From the 49 to the 23. Well, yeah, I forgot it was the other 49.
Make that 28-yard run by Jones, and he's making an impact.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get as much of an opportunity the past last year, and now he's got some opportunities to get out there on offense.
Well, Miller's got a break on that offside call or the encroachment call on 3rd down, picked up the first down. Now they're going to make the Marauders pay for it.
Now we get a better look at this offense. Yeager gets the handoff, and he is met. Looks like they're by 34, Hayes.
I don't think he got anything on that. I think that's going to be
caught quick.
Mm-hmm. Cathedral is ahead of Westfield 8-0 over at Westfield with about 7.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Jack Russell, Perry Williams over there tonight. Or is it Perry Atkins?
Nah. Oh, Meinerding finds room. He circled himself, had some Marauder defenders coming at him about the 27, and finds his way back to the 24, but lost a yard. Could have lost more. So 4 carries, negative 18 yards so far for the junior keeper, or the junior quarterback, if you will. Brings up 3rd and 11 at the 24 of Mount Vernon. Plenty of time. Checking the wristband. Look what Peyton Manning started. Of course, that was more of the spread.
Marauders was
Pitch
7
to
up front.
Montarzi,
If he
25,
can get around, he can
20,
get some yardage.
15, 10, and out of bounds about the 6-yard line.
Nice
is
run.
Montarzi.
He had one to beat Craig, and he managed to beat him and ended up picking up just about 17, 18 yards on that.
So
I think they're going to mark at the 6.
18-yard pickup by Montarzi.
Yeah.
And 1st and goal for Noblesville at the 6-yard line. We'll stick with that full house, if you will. Full house left house. Can't call that left wing. We don't want to get political. Looks like that one was carried by number 30, Brian Gomez-Sanchez on the carry there.
He gained about 2 on that, so it'll be 2nd and goal from about the 4. Look at that middle of the Marauders defense.
Yeager gets the handoff.
He's
and
trying
he's
to get
in.
He got it.
Noblesville.
Got it.
Yeager.
Super job by the Millers to come back.
Chance Yeager with the 4-yard touchdown run.
You know, they not only score the points, Craig, but they also keep this Marauder offense off of the field for a while, too. Which,
and that's the most dangerous part. Obviously, you've got a team that went 11-3 last year, was that close to a 4A state championship berth, and Graydon Addison, the all-state candidate, boots one right through, nothing but air through those uprights, and 2:59 left. First quarter, it's Mount Vernon 14, Noblesville 7.
Hey, as a Hamilton County Commissioner, Mark Harebrant has always focused on listening to the community and continuing to lead Hamilton County into even more success. Mark Harebrant is passionate about schools and education, public safety, fixing cost-saving solutions for complex challenges, and truly having an open dialogue with residents. Remember, Mark will be on the November 3rd ballot running for re-election as a Hamilton County Commissioner, so please cast your vote for Mark Harebrant. This is just what the doctor ordered for the Millers, Craig. They picked this ball up with just a little bit over 9 minutes remaining in the quarter, and they kept it over 6 minutes on that drive and covered 75 yards on that drive. That was a great drive by the Millers.
Yeah.
Did a nice job of mixing up the plays also.
Yeah, looking at and actually funny you say that, looking at the clock when when Kojal caught that touchdown for Mount Vernon to make it 14-0, it was 9:28 left.
Yeah, I knew it was over 9. I couldn't remember how much it was.
So you're talking, that's a solid 6.5 minute drive there. And what we said, they needed to sustain a drive and keep that Mount Vernon offense off the field. So Addison boots one. This is sidewinding toward the sideline. Thomason lets this go into the end zone.
It did go into the end zone. Yeah, it did not go out of bounds. I think what we're going to have here tonight, Craig, is we're going to see a couple really, really good kickers here tonight.
Yeah.
And so it'll be interesting. Well, for the first time tonight, the Marauders will start deep in their zone at their own 25. So let's see how they handle this. And compared to their first drive started at the Miller 49, their second drive started at the Miller 9. And let's hope that they don't run one play and score again.
So Sluniker back out there, and this will be just the third play on offense for Mount Vernon. Yeah, you're looking at your screen right. They on the first play of each of their first 2 possessions, touchdown, 39-yarder by Garrick Sluniker. Wonder if his parents are baseball fans, or at least his dad or grandpa.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ashton Gentry in motion, comes left to right, catches the pass, and he'll get across the 30 up to the 31. Easy does it for the first down there for play number 1 for Mount Vernon.
Joe Campos with that reception from the Marauders just got 10. Well, actually, they're going to give him 11.
So first down up to the...
I think we expected to see a team that would move the ball well tonight in Mount Vernon, and they certainly have done it so far.
Sluniker in the pistol. Again, goes to the tight end, Kojal. He gets up to about the 36, a 5-yard pickup.
Marauders going with the no huddle, but they're not getting up to the line quite as quickly as the Millers were on offensive plays.
So they give him check that. We'll give a 5-yard pickup for Kojal, and flags fly. Encroachment on the defense is going to be the call.
Yeah, it's going to be very close to a first down if it's not a first down.
Make it a 3rd and 1 or 3rd and a half yard.
Yeah, it's going to be less than a yard. They had to get up to the middle of that 41-yard marker, and they're just shy of it now.
You know who's on that chain crew out there that you have hung out with out at the soccer complex?
Who might that be?
Jane Stewart.
Oh, really?
Yep, she's the shorter one. Do you see her?
Uh-huh.
Yep, she's out at the 45 right now.
Yep, she's marking him, isn't she?
She's been doing
nice
that for
lady.
years. Oh, yeah.
Does a great job with the soccer.
Great lady.
Certainly helps us out a lot.
Taught many of these players' parents. Sluniger to Gentry, up across the 45, across midfield, gets down to about the 40. They'll give him the 45. So 14-yard pickup by Gentry. And Sluniger.
He broke 2 tackles and probably earned about 7 or 8 extra yards on that. He was quick, and the agility of this Marauder team is quite impressive.
Yeah, and a kid like Gentry last year coming in. Last year he was second on the team with 43 catches, 618 yards, and 4 touchdowns. This year's his to shine. Sluniger just about sacked, and he goes down just inside the 45, picks up a yard to the 44. So it'll be 3rd and 9.
I don't think that was a design run play. I think the Millers had the coverage on it, and he saw that was going to be his only way out to try to make anything out of that play.
Yeah, he almost was sacked on the play there. Looks like Alaric Rogers-Walton, number 9.
Yes, very close.
On his backside, and just about had him before he escaped for that 1-yard pickup. 2nd and 9. And the pistol again with Rylan Cole to his right. Hands it off. Cole's first carry. Met by a few Miller defenders. Gets down to about they might give him the 40 for a 4-yard pickup.
He's going to have a long 5 to go to get the first down here.
Yeah. Cole's first pickup of the night. He had 950 yards last year on the ground for 14 touchdowns, 254 catching balls for Sluniger. In motion comes Gentry, right to left, and he'll get set on the left. Sluniger dumps one off and gets the first down inside the 35-yard line, knocked out about the 33 or 32. Might be a 7-yard pickup there.
Has Mount Vernon missed a catch tonight yet? I don't think they have.
Sluniger's 5 out of 5.
Yep.
So it'll be at the 33, a 7-yard pickup by Gentry there. 5 out of 5, 46 yards. Nothing huge. And off to Cole. Gets met by a couple of Noblesville defenders. He might have picked up 2.
Maybe 2 or 3 at the most.
3 tops down to the 29. And that's probably the final snap of the first quarter. As quarter number 1 comes to a close, it's Mount Vernon 14, Noblesville 7.
We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA football on Hamilton County Television, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in business. We'd like to also thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Church, Hiddle, and Antrim, Jamie Carmesino at Carpenter Real Estate, Mark Hairbrand, County Commissioner, the Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. I'm Brad Silbert along with Craig Atkins. I'd like to thank our technical crew. We got Kinsey is our producer this evening. Lucas is on the camera, and the sun is just maybe about a half an hour from setting. And this is going to be kind of a strange field for some of the kids to work in here, Craig, because there's spots on the field where it's in shade, spots where it's in bright sun. And if the players do have to look into the sun, it's kind of low on the horizon now, so that might cause a little bit of problem with some of the passes. But so far, the Millers with one really good drive here in the first half to keep this ball game close. They had the initial possession, ended up with 1 first down on a penalty, but then ended up trying a fourth and short and didn't make it. And the first two possessions for the Marauders ended up in the end zone very, very quickly. But then the Millers came back with like a 6.5 to 7 minute drive, 75-yard drive. And now the Marauders getting deep into the Miller zone.
Yeah, back to action here. We'll see second down and 6 at the Noblesville 29-yard line. That was a 3-yard pickup they'll give Cole on that play before the quarter ended. And Sluniger fakes the handoff to LaBelle. Now dumps it out to him at the 30, down to the 20. Finds his way down to about the 16-yard line.
That was Keegan LaBelle. Nice little check-off safety valve type pass there. He didn't have anybody open deep, but had the short man open, and he managed to make a nice play on it.
13-yard pickup by LaBelle, and Sluniger is 6 for 6. Ball is on the turf back there, and Sluniger has to slide once he gets it. Almost sacked there by the Millers' number 2. Skylar Tolliver quick on his heels, and a big loss back to the 34 for an 18-yarder.
But did you see that lucky bounce that Sluniger got? He went back there, and that ball almost bounced up right into his big number 4 on his chest. And I think he was halfway thinking about trying to throw it if he could have, but he ended up eating it and took a big loss back to the 33.
9 times out of 10, that ball would have kept rolling end over end back toward the end logo.
Yeah.
So big second down and a country mile back, and he's going to go over Gentry's head. Not too far, though.
First incomplete pass. Yeah. Gentry was wide open down there. He had the Millers defenders beat. And it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 27 at the 33. How often do we get to say something like that?
Yeah. Not sure if I can use the country mile when they're in the opponent territory. Yeah, 3rd and 27 at the Noblesville 33. Call that unofficially an 18-yard loss. He's got trips to his right, and Kojal, he may go up top here to the near side with the 6'6" receiver. Sluniger going end zone and up and incomplete. No flag that I see.
There was some contact down there, but I think it was a good no call, Craig.
So I'll bring up 4th down and 27 at the 33. Do you bring A.J. Swingle out for a 50-yarder is the question. Or do you let your junior gunslinger Sluniger?
Well, he's got to get 27 yards for a first down. And the other part here in high school is at this point punting really doesn't make any sense. So if he were to try the field goal, which obviously they're not, and they miss, the Millers get it at the 20.
Yeah, I don't see a pooch to pin them deep at all, especially with Mike Kirshner.
But with his arm, I mean,
he's going to use it here over the middle.
He's got a guy open.
First, ball out.
Oh boy,
that was close.
Wow, I thought he had that.
Ronnie
and then it
Foster, number 2. Wow.
It just came out at the last second, and the Millers come up with a great defensive stand here early in the second quarter.
Got turnover on downs at the Noblesville 33. Now Noblesville, only trailing by 7, had the chance to tie this thing up, and there's still just under 11 minutes left.
Sluniger's had such good success tonight, Craig. I mean, I don't blame Mike Kirchner for putting that ball up like that. He's had good success, so give it a shot. It's early. You got a 7-point lead. See if the Millers can get going here again and put another drive together and tie this thing up.
Full house, and this handoff, Montarzi's got it, finds room up across the 35.
He's still going.
Up, his legs kept going.
He was stopped at the 36 and still got 3 more yards.
That's the biggest thing with a tailback or even a fullback. Keep your legs going, because what do a lot of high school kids do these days? They tackle high.
Yeah.
That's what was going on there, and that got Montarzi enough to get 6 yards there.
And the Mount Vernon Marauders are going to take a timeout. So we'll take a timeout to remind you that celebrating over 29 years, that's Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. Contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit their website, www.loganstreetsigns.com. Follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Also like to remind you that Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies and corporate awards. Noblesville Trophies provides you with same-day service for those last-minute decisions. You can contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out online at www.noblesvilletrophies.com. You know, Craig, the Marauders were out there pretty quick after taking that timeout, so apparently Mike Kirchner had something on his mind, and he just wanted to make a point of it, so he called a quick timeout. But they came back rather quickly, so I think he made his point, and we're back to action.
His 3-4s kind of stack the deck up here, and they try and get it, and it looks like 32 Chance Yeager. We got a flag coming over the pile. And
the preliminary indication is holding.
Yeah, it looks like I think that was 32 Yeager with the carry up to the 45, so a 6-yard pickup would be a first down.
Well, the foul happened. Yep, it is holding against the Millers. The foul happened at the 41, so that'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Ouch. So back to the 30, so that's going to be a 2nd and 14.
Second and about 12.
Yeah. Looks like they marked it at 31. If Jim's okay with it, we may Noblesville basketball head coach John Peckinpah at halftime. We'll take a few minutes to see how coach and the basketball team, how they are responding with the COVID-19 protocol and whatnot. Minerdink hands it off, and it's going to be Gomez
It's going to go nowhere. It's going to go backwards.
So it's going to be a loss there by Gomez Sanchez, 31.
10-yard penalty loss, and then put on top of that another 4 yards, makes it third and about 15 or 16.
Yeah, we may need to see something out of, and we don't see any receivers split out.
No.
Minerding, and looking for tailback out of the backfield, Chance Yeager.
Here's an update from Westfield. Cathedral over the Shamrocks now, 15-0, late in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, 48 seconds in the first quarter. That game isn't moving quite along. It's quite as fast as ours is, Greg.
You know, and I think our friend and former assistant athletic director for numerous years here at Noblesville, Tony Euler, I think he honestly misses his former day job since he retired in July, late June, early July. He's keeping track of some scores. He gets an update from Ben Davis. Brownsburg.
Nice high kick.
Up early. Oh, Blaine McNabb busts the window. And the returner, Rylan Cole, picks it back up.
Oh, my.
Mount Vernon catches the break. 40, 35, 30.
He's got one to
20,
beat. He's going to go all
15,
the way.
10, 5. Touchdown, Rylan Cole.
I have never seen anything like that before, Craig. I mean, you know, I was waiting for him to signal for the fair catch because he had the Millers right in front of him. He caught the ball pops loose, and the Marauders pick it up and run it back about 65 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah,
my.
Unofficially 65 yards, I would guess. And after
what a turn of events.
After Gentry got popped, I thought
man.
by Blaine McNabb, I honestly thought that ball was going to be Noblesville's going that way.
I did too.
And momentum kick.
Wow. So it's extra point time once again for the Marauders.
So they've had it in 3 different facets, Brad.
Wow. They've scored on the first play on a pass, the first play on a run. Scored on technically a punt return. A muffed punt return. Wow, what a turn of events. Say, since the establishment of Church, Hiddle, and Antrim in 1880, our neighbors, community leaders, businesses, and school districts have placed their trust in us to solve their most challenging legal issues. We have a rich history of helping our clients when they need it the most. Give us a call, 317-773-2190, or simply visit their website, www.cchalaw.com. I understand we're going to have a big red-headed guy join us at halftime.
We are. Noblesville head coach, basketball coach, boys basketball, John Peckinpah, and in his second season at Noblesville, going to join us for a few minutes. Talk
Part of that
hoops.
Historic Indiana basketball Peckinpah family tradition. How many years was, I think
Rick.
It was Rick, his uncle, I think. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly how that goes, but I can remember living in Lafayette in the 80s when Rick Peckinpah first came to McCutcheon. He spent well over 30 years there as the head coach. Good coach.
Yep. Great family tree there of coaching. And 14-0 is the score on Lower West Side as Brownsburg is up on Ben Davis. 14-0 still in the first quarter, late first quarter, courtesy of Tony Euler.
Going to be returnable.
And that's at the 1 yard line. And this is going to be 34. Number 34.
About a 19-yard return.
Jack Snyder on the return there. So
what a tough break for the Millers on that punt, Craig. Wow.
So just like a good pop. I mean, defense and special teams the past couple years have been Noblesville's forte. And that right there showed it. They just honestly were not able to capitalize and pounce on the football or pick it up and go.
I started broadcasting football when I was in high school, and I'm not going to tell you how many years ago that was. But that's the first time I have ever seen a play like that happen in all the years I've been doing this.
I saw a couple similar last year. Minor Ding hands it off this time. It's 23. Zach Blevins. And Mount Vernon's thinking they have it, but no.
They're calling it down.
Yep, maybe a 1 yard loss back to the 20 by Blevins. Already the 7th ball carrier for the Millers.
Millers just are not lining up in any kind of a pass offense at all, Craig.
You know, I think it's the 2 times that he's passed, they've been in this full house set, which means obviously he's got protection and ball carrier this time.
Another one in the backfield.
1 yard loss by Montarsi.
Millers are going the wrong way here.
3rd now and 11 at the 19. Check that. Yeah, third and 11 at the 19. This is a big 3rd down because you give it back to Mount Vernon. Fakes the handoff in this one. Goes off left tackle. Going to be Blevins again. He picks up 2.
So it'll be a 4th and 10 from the original line of scrimmage.
So 3 and out. Here comes the punt team.
You know, the Millers have got a good punting unit. And that last punt, it had a lot of height and everything on it. Wow.
You know, and afterward, I saw on the left bench down here, I saw Graydon Addison talking to Jackson Sloan, 43, and the experienced punter that Addison is, this one's going to get a nice bounce. Gentry and Cole going to stay away with this time, Gentry at least. This one's going to be downed at the 31-yard line. 48 yards if you count that. Wow. 48-yard punt, net punt for Addison.
And really, that punt was not as good as the last one.
Yep.
Kicking-wise, because the last one was so high.
So Mount Vernon going to take over at their own 31-yard line on this drive. 7:32 left, 2nd quarter of play. Glad you've joined us tonight. Craig Atkins with Brad Silbert. Slunaker back to pass on the first play and
just couldn't bring it in.
It's like he had a brick on his hands, did Kojal. 4 incompletions in a row for Slunaker after he started out 6 for 6, Brad. And he's 1 for 5 this quarter. And it's honestly a matter of if Noblesville can get stops on defense, they need to get their offense going. And they're right back, obviously, in this ballgame, just down 2 scores.
One of the things Slunager's got going in his, to his advantage is he's 6'2", so he can see over a lot of the action and get a good view of the field.
In motion is the tight end, 81. And Cole loses footing, does number 25, Ryland Cole.
Yeah, he slipped on his own, so really can't give anybody credit for a tackle on that because he was trying to cut and he went one way and his foot went the other.
Looks like he lost a couple, looks like maybe 3 yards
Lost 3,
there.
yeah.
Lost 3.
So it'll be a 3rd and 13. Miller's with, a lot of time if they can hold him here and get the ball back. Still 7 minutes left in this quarter.
Sloniger back to pass, comes near side and over the right shoulder, but couldn't bring it in was number 2, Ronnie Foster.
Foster made a good effort on that, but I think he slowed down just a little there at the end. I don't know if
I think he felt he was at the sideline.
Yeah, and but there is a flag on the field, so let's see what this is going to be.
Holding will bring it back. Like we said before, that's a spot foul. Flag is down at the 25 area. So we'll see where this puts things.
But it's now 4th down, so they're going to get a 3rd down play again. I think the Millers turned this. I think they turned it down, correct? Yes, they did.
Oh, they did, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I mean that's a smart move. I
Yep.
mean, there's no way that they're going to go for a 1st down
take the
at
incomplete pass.
4th and 13.
So it looks like it's going to be Jack Snyder, 34, back at his own 17-yard line or so.
Showing a lot of respect for this Marauder kicking game.
Yeah, they punter for Joel Ratliff. He and Swingle, just like Addison, both good in the kicking game. We'll see what happens here. Oh, almost over his head and almost blocked. And this one's going to go end over end, and
they're going to let it roll.
Yep, Snyder lets this go down to about the 18.
I think had Snyder fielded that ball, Craig, he would have just been he would have been just absolutely hit there. So, what's the right play to do on that thing? Do you take and do you do you allow it to roll, or because there were 2 defenders for the Marauders that were down there easily within 2 or 3 yards of him when he would have fielded the ball.
So it'll be Noblesville football, 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. 6:39 left, 2nd quarter of play.
Millers would like to get something going here and get on the scoreboard. Another score update here from Westfield.
2-yard pickup there by, looks like, Gomez Sanchez.
Cathedral's out in front of the
Westfield on
Shamrocks, 15-7 now, about a little under 8-9 minutes in the half.
The 2-yard pickup by Brian Gomez Sanchez.
Miller's quickly up to the line.
Looks like Yeager, number 32, might have picked up 2.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time understanding why they're still trying to go up the middle, Craig, because they did have some success on some sweeps earlier.
Yep.
And, since they haven't thrown the ball and they haven't got anybody out there, basically, Mount Vernon's got 9 guys up in the front. Now 1 falls back, 2 fall back.
Minor ding, Coach Sharp.
Big 3rd down play here for the Millers.
Handoff, Gomez Sanchez finds his way, busts it outside, tries to get past Keegan LaBelle, and loses 3 yards.
The pursuit on that by the Marauders was very good. You can't take anything away from them for the play they made defensively there.
So it's going to be a 4th down and 9 at their own 19-yard line. Brings back the punt team. So 2 straight 3-and-outs for the Millers. 1 last possession for Mount Vernon.
Now 2 receivers back deep for the Marauders this time, Craig.
Yeah, I think they've had both these 2 back there. It didn't seem so obvious the first time when Addison punted, because Gentry seemed like he was back there all alone. Then all of a sudden Cole appears and runs it back 65 yards.
Nice punt.
Sidewinder. Gentry fields it at the 43.
Got a couple good blocks
inside
already.
The 40 of Noblesville. 30, 20, and there's a flag about the 25, flies past the 30. We'll see what that brings.
That might be a block in the back, or possibly a holding. But he got to did he get inside the 20, or he's right at the 20? I haven't seen the preliminary signal from the referee yet.
So they'll mark it at the 20. And what is the flag, sir?
They're bringing the ball back to the spot of the foul.
Might be a block in the back somewhere.
It's either a block in the back or a hold. Looks like it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
So they'll have the ball. Looks like they'll bring it back to the 43 of Noblesville.
Well, the Millers get a little bit of a break there because, they were right down there at the 20-yard line. So that effectively is about a 23-yard penalty.
So we'll see what Mount Vernon can do. Shorter field this time. Fakes the handoff to Gentry. Pass complete. Inside the 35, down around the 30 is number 9, Eli Breidenthal.
It's not as though Schlunecker is taking a lot of time to throw the ball. He's just got a lot of options out there, Craig.
Short gain there. Ryland Cole gets to about the 28, 1-yard pick, actually.
Are they going to give him a yard?
I don't know if that's a gain. Nope, that's the 28. He did not gain.
Yep.
So tough first half so far for Cole. 4 carries for 4 yards. Hand off, Keegan LaBelle. Gets down around the 24. Check that 26. Picks up a couple.
That'll make it about a 3rd and a long 7 or a short 8.
They're calling it 8 on the scoreboard. Looks like an 8 out there. 3:50 and rolling. First half. We'll get to some scores at halftime, and then we'll come back with Noblesville basketball boys head coach John Peckinpah entering season number 2. Schlunecker back to pass. The rush is on. Jackson Sloan right on his tail. Finds room and then tackled about the 25, so all of that to get a yard.
Did you notice on that play that Schlunecker never gave up the play, Craig? He just kept going. He took the punishment.
To find a way.
Yeah. He didn't slide.
It's like Kirshner's putting that Ben Davis mentality into these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And that's honestly what got them to the
Yep.
semi-state last year. 4th down and 6 at the Miller 24. 3 minutes left. First half. Mount Vernon going to go for it. It's got Gentry, Koschel, and
I'm
Ronnie
a little
Foster
surprised
here.
they aren't trying a field goal here because it'd be about a 42, 43-yard attempt from here. And their kickers have got it.
Yeah,
they're going to call a timeout.
Swingle's a good option if you want to try and get a few points on the board. Because you could end up with turning the ball over on downs, giving the ball back to Noblesville. 1+ is third quarter. Mount Vernon will get the third quarter kickoff.
We got 2 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here in the half. Like to remind you that if you're planning to make a move, why not call a realtor with hometown experience? Jamie Carmasino has connections and a commitment to the community. She raised 3 Noblesville athletes, and she's ready to help you with your real estate needs. Looking for a realtor? Call Carmo, 317-490-3735. Also like to remind you, as Hamilton County Commissioner, Mark Hairbrand has always focused on listening to the community and continuing to lead Hamilton County into even more success. Mark Hairbrand is passionate about schools and education, public safety, finding cost-saving solutions for complex challenges, and truly having open dialogue with residents. Remember, Mark will be on the November 3rd ballot running for re-election as Hamilton County Commissioner. Please vote for Mark Hairbrand.
Update in Westfield. Cathedral answers Westfield's score. Now it's 22-8. Check that, 22-7. Cathedral leading Westfield, and an update from the southern part of Noblesville as Guerin Catholic is up 7-0 over McCutcheon late first quarter. Thank you, Tony Euler.
Marauders going for it here.
Big 4th down and 6 at Noblesville's 24. Gentry in motion, fakes the handoff. Cole has it. He's going to pass, and the ball is thrown to the end zone. Koschel catches a touchdown. No,
they're calling it a touchdown.
Oh wow, yeah.
Wow. I thought he pushed off there toward the end, Craig, but the official was right there in front of it, and I think the big question was whether he got a foot down before he went out of bounds, because it was right by the back line there, but apparently he got it down, and that's 6 more points for the Marauders.
And they're up 27-7 before this Swingle PAT attempt. And we've got whistles. We have a timeout, I believe, called by Noblesville. So a little trickeration, if you will. A couple different times by Mount Vernon. First play from scrimmage, Sluniker, and now with a halfback
what
pass.
they call that, the flea flicker at times, I think.
I think that more or less would be, I think, actually, you know what, that's.
Yeah, it didn't go back and forth.
Looks like a version of, but they probably call it something different that we have don't know the exact name. But nonetheless, the pitch went to Cole. He rolled out, and on the numbers, lofts to the end zone for Kojal for the 24-yard touchdown.
See, that's one of those plays that the offensive players have to be very, very careful on, that the front line doesn't come across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
That's quite often what happens on those. All right, we're here for the extra point.
Swingle. Sluniker on the hold and places it and puts this one up with ease, and 2:39 left in quarter number 2, and it's Mount Vernon 28, Noblesville 7.
Marauders scored on their first 2 possessions. In fact, their first 2 possessions were one play and out. They got a tremendous break on their second possession that they picked up a Miller fumble at the 9-yard line, and one play later they were already up 14-0. First offensive play of the game for the Marauders. Quarterback on a nice fake took the ball 39 yards down the far side. And so far, with the exception of one, the drive the Millers had, 75-yard drive, nice drive, but they just haven't been able to put anything else together.
Yep, and another update from Lower West Side down at Ben Davis. The Giants still scoreless. Brownsburg up 21-0, and looks like that is still that's late in the second quarter. So former Noblesville head coach Jason Simmons, his team still looking for some points on the board down there.
Boy, those Brownsburg Bulldogs, every cotton picking year.
John Hart.
They come up with a tremendous team, and it's not like they reload. It's kind of like they, I almost call it with John Hart, you almost kind of like it's fine-tuning every year. That one's through the end zone.
Seemed to be what he did at Warren Central, too.
Mm-hmm.
Just bringing up, the whole next man up.
So let's see if the Millers can do anything here, Craig. 2:39 remaining here in the half. It would be nice for the Millers to go into the locker room with some points, or just at least keep the ball out of the hands of the Marauders here for the rest of this half.
Yeah, they need to do that. They need to get some points on the board because, like I said a few minutes ago, Noblesville will kick off to start the third quarter.
Yeah.
And you don't want to get in a 4-touchdown hole.
No.
And it looks like, to most, this would look like it's going to take a knee, but there's 2:39 left. Full house, backfield again. Minor ding, hands it off. Finding room is Montarzi, who, if he would have broken that tackle from 13 there, Bensheimer, he may have been gone.
Yes, he would have. As it is, he gets about between 8 and 9 yards on that one. Give him officially 9 yards, make it 2nd and 1 at the 29.
2:15 and counting left first half.
Millers don't seem to be in a big hurry to do anything here.
Bew in motion. And Ray, oh, wow, all by himself after the defense bit. He was all by himself.
Had all the time in the world to throw the ball, and all he had to do is just kind of loft it up there.
It looked like Dylan Ray turned on. He was honestly starting to run before he caught the ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the big fella, 6'5", 270-pound senior tight end, he's going to make some plays this year once he gets it's like he didn't have his feet fully underneath him.
Mm-hmm.
And Davion Bew.
I think he's got enough for the first down, though.
Yeah, it looks like 30 up to 30.
Yeah, he had to get to the 30, and he's right at the 31. So the Millers get a first down, and we're under 2 minutes to go here in the half.
And we got a flag coming out from the referee. in the backfield.
That's got to be illegal procedure. Yep. That'll put the Millers back another 5 yards.
That's one thing we haven't had a lot of.
No, we have not.
Just a third total penalty, 2 on Noblesville and 1 on Mount Vernon so far. So it'll make it.
And the clock will start rolling.
.138 and change. First half, minor ding. Hands it up the middle. Montarzi almost had it stripped. He gets up across the 30 to the 31, picks up 5.
Yeah, got the penalty back.
So that's going to make it 2nd down and 10 after he picked up the 5.
The Millers just have not shown any different offensive set tonight, Craig, and just look at how close up all the Marauders are.
Minor ding. Finds Bew and lost his footing as he had
right
a defender
off
right
the
there.
tips of his fingers.
Incomplete pass brings up.
I just wonder in the
down.
second half if they'll come out and maybe take and try to loosen things up a little bit. Maybe put a wide out or two out there. They've got to give this defense a different look because they're lining up almost exactly the same on every play.
Yeah, it just varies who's going to get the handoff, or if it's going to be the rare handoff that busted outside, or get the inside handoff.
Yeah, the deep safety is only 5 or 6 yards deep.
Yeah, not real common. So
it's no wonder you're not going to get more than a yard or two, and no wonder we've had so many
Bew
losses
on the carry, and he might have gotten to the 33 at the very most.
Looked like he may have picked up maybe 3. I think are they going to mark it? Where are they going to mark that there?
It looks like he's down at the 32,
yeah.
So he might have picked up 1. So Bew with 1 yard there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Almost a confusing offensive possession there for Noblesville.
He went out of bounds, so the clock stops.
1:03 left, first half, and Rylan Cole to the far, and near side returner is Ashton Gentry. Great Addison. Oddly enough,
just
beautiful
barely
punt.
got that off.
Had to go down to get that. Rylan Cole fields it at the 35. Gets up to the 45, up to midfield. And with 52.8 left here in the first half.
Got about a 15 or 16-yard return on that, Craig, depending where they spot it. If they're going to spot it at midfield, it'll be a 15-yard return.
Yep, looks like 50 is where they'll put this drive. And if you're Mount Vernon, do you take a knee?
That's a good question at this point. Since they get the ball back for the first possession.
Sluniger in the pistol with Cole. Check that, that's LaBelle.
They're going for it.
And throws it, and that's Ronnie Foster catch the ball, and he gets
just going to be short of a first down. Looks like he's going to be short by less than a yard. It's 2nd and 1.
Yep, picks up 9.
Under 40 on the clock.
And Kojal
gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
The ball, it gets down to the 34, picks up 6. Another update from Westfield. Cathedral now up with 5:01 left. First half, 29-7 on Westfield.
Hamilton County schools aren't doing too well tonight, are they?
LaBelle in the pistol with Sluniker again, and
the
ball is going to be up.
And the Millers have it? Yes, they do.
Yes, fumble recovery, and the hit there looks like by number, is that 8?
I believe that's correct.
Lennon Hardy. Ball recovered there by number 2, Skylar Tolliver. Beautiful hit. Came to the backside and hit him. And Tolliver right there, the ball literally was right here, upper torso. Didn't go far, and that's where Tolliver picked it up.
So the Miller defense comes up big. Offense with 20 seconds here to do something. See what they can do.
So Noblesville, 20.6 seconds left. And Meinerding back to pass over the middle goes. Chance Yeager, it's intended for Yeager, picked off by 23, Avery Williams.
Great job of anticipation there. Here's a first quarter score from down on 56th Street. It's the HSE Royals over the Lawrence Central, 7-0. That's at the end of the first quarter.
So Mount Vernon back with the ball. And this might be where you take a knee. Could be. But there's still 16.4 left. They will take over at Noblesville's 49, or their own 49 rather.
Got a correction on that Hamilton Southeastern score. It's now 14-0. Southeastern over Lawrence Central.
We'll check other scores at halftime. Take a break and then come back with John Peckinpah, and that pass over the middle. Not reachable by Kojal. Brings up second down. Just took 5 seconds off the clock. 11 seconds left till halftime.
Now, Craig, do you think that this is Mike Kirchner not comfortable with a big lead, thinking that the Millers may have something in him to come back, or do you think he's just pulling out all the stops here and trying different plays?
I think that may be what it is. Oh, ball snapped over Garrick Sluniger's head, and chasing him is Mason Boland. And he throws it. Gentry picks it up at the 45. And that's going to be the final play of the first half.
Oh, they call a timeout.
Oh, they did with 0.3 seconds left.
Yep, they'll have one play left.
So
I think we'll see a Hail Mary, yeah.
All that for 4 yards by Gentry.
But you got to say here, Craig, that the Marauders have had
it's in the middle.
The luck of the bounce on the ball tonight.
Especially with that punt.
Yeah, not only on the punt, but some of the other plays that the ball has just been bouncing right for him. Okay, last play. Oh, now they're starting the clock, and it runs out.
And that'll be the final play of the first half. Halftime here in Noblesville. It's Mount Vernon 28, Noblesville 7. We'll take a break and then come back with Noblesville head coach in the basketball area, John Peckinpah, here on Hamilton County TV.
We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of IHSAA High School Football on Hamilton County Television, brought to you by Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 29 years in business. I'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Noblesville Trophies, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, Carpenter Realtor Jamie Carmesino, County Commissioner Mark Hairbrand, the Hamilton County Reporter, and Deep Blue Computers. You are watching Hamilton County Television Sports, presented by Logan Street Signs and Banners.